watching The High Road with me, Keith Warren, brought to you by Timber Creek Outdoors.
Howdy everybody, and welcome to The High Road in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. I'm Matti Warren, and today we're going on the adventure of a lifetime as I hunt for a Cape buffalo with an air gun.
This is where centuries ago the hunters stayed, overlooking that beautiful valley.
Just go big or go home.
Okay, I'm on him. Here it goes.
Shot! Shot!
So this is my very first trip to Africa. It's my first safari ever, and I'm really excited to be here, especially because I get to do it alongside my dad, and he's been coming to Africa for 20 years. He's been all over. Right now we're hunting in the Eastern Cape of South Africa with Hunters Hill Safaris, and the reason he chose to bring me here is pretty simple. Hunters Hill is just over the top. Everything about it is really nice. The people are great, it's safe, we're comfortable, but most importantly, we can hunt everything we want to hunt right here. We never have to leave Hunters Hill.
So Maddie's been hunting with me ever since she was that big. Literally, she doesn't remember her first hunting trip. She's paid her dues. She's experienced more time hunting at her early age than most adults have, to be honest with you.
Oh, Maddie, good shot.
Good shot.
Holy smokes.
Oh, wow.
She's a great shot. She is passionate about the outdoors and conservation. And she's always longed to come here. So this will be an experience I want to make sure she'll never forget.
I'm Greg Harvey, the owner of Hunters Hill Safaris in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. Our property is very extensive. We have 70 plus different species. Keith Warren's been hunting with us on numerous occasions, and it's quite exciting that he's now brought his daughter to hunt now this time with him.
The accommodations here are second to none. I mean, it is cool. You go to the main lodge, and I mean, inside the main lodge has got big rock walls and a giant dining room. And this dining room, I mean, everybody sits down in the evening for the most spectacular meal you could ever imagine. You'll eat venison every single night, okay? And the venison isn't just any kind of venison. It's venison from the stuff that the hunters have taken. So it's not uncommon to eat impala, eland, nyala, gemsbuck, and everything that the hunters take. You're gonna have an opportunity to taste it right here. And the rooms here, whoo, they're nice, real nice. They're called chalets, and they got little grass roofs on them and stuff. And I mean, it's like stepping back in time. It's like living in a movie. It's the coolest thing. It's just the perfect mix of everything.
So coming here, I hunted for a lot of plains game, but my #1 animal I wanted to take down was a Cape buffalo with my air gun. My dad did that a couple of years ago. He was the first person to do it, and everybody said it couldn't be done. And whenever I saw that footage, I had to try it out for myself and see if he just got lucky or if it's something that can actually be done.
We're using air guns. Specifically, we're using the Seneca air guns. And we'll be using a Dragon Claw, which is a 50 caliber. It's a pretty cool gun that it shoots either pellets or arrows, and the arrow's at 500 feet per second. Now, Maddie has a tremendous amount of trigger time behind the Dragon Claw. And so it's only fitting for me to say, why don't we go to Africa and take nothing but air guns? So that's what we're gonna do. If you wind up having an air gun, you're gonna need to actually be able to get to location and gas it up. One of the ways that we do that is with this little Nomad compressor. This is a little compressor. It's lightweight. It's available at airventuri.com. It runs off a 220, 110, or actually 12 volt. So we'll wind up carrying this in our check luggage, and we can gas up our guns very easily. Count on it every single time. All right, so we're going to pressurize it. Every one of our guns has got a little pressure gauge right here. We're going to run it to where that little needle hits right there at that red line. When we hit the red line, we're gonna shut it off and we're gonna bleed this line. Okay, we're there. We're gonna turn it off. I wanna show you this. I'm gonna open this. Now listen, what they did was release all the pressure in this line right here. We're gonna disconnect this. We're fully charged and we're good to go. Simple as that. It's called the little Nomad compressor at airventuri.com.
So Simon's gonna be taking me on this Cape buffalo hunt, and I'm really excited for that because Cape buffalo are his favorite thing to hunt. He's been hunting them since he was a little kid. And what's so cool about that is Cape buffalo didn't used to be in this area. They had all been shot out and Greg Harvey reintroduced them. So it's very cool to see that there's Cape buffalo here due to efforts from conservationists and hunters like Greg. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for him.
I really like Simon. Simon is Greg Harvey's son. He's actually twin. Greg's got twin boys. But Simon loves this. I mean, Simon loves this place, and thank God he does, because someday this will be his. And Simon is following in his father's footsteps with a passion for wildlife and conservation. He's a young man that's committed to doing more than what he said he was going to do every single time.
So Maddie came off this time, and I was a little bit nervous leading up when guys told me that she's coming down and you want to shoot a buffalo with an air rifle. You know, to me personally, I didn't think it was going to be enough. If that first shot is not in the vitals, I mean, the adrenaline in a Cape buffalo is unbelievable. You know, they don't call him the Black Death for no reason. I mean, you wound a buffalo and he runs into those trees, he's waiting for you, and he's had enough time to think about what he's going to do with you when he sees you. I'm very nervous about this hunt.
So shot placement is critical whenever you're hunting for a Cape buffalo. You've only got a little space where you're not going to hit that shoulder blade, and hunting with an arrow is going to be very challenging.
No matter what you're hunting, and no matter what you're hunting with, a rifle or a bow or an air gun, shot placement is critical, and you all know that. And Maddie knows that, and it's for that reason that we spent a long time talking about animal behavior, and specifically in regards to the Cape buffalo. For the last time, I sat down with her and I said, honey, this is exactly where you want to put that arrow. There. Okay, perfect. See there? Right behind the shoulder, you're going to get the lungs for sure. You want to make sure it's perfectly sideways. That way you'll get both lungs. And hopefully, if you hit it right there, you'll hit the heart and the lungs. And it won't go anywhere.
Look at all those bones.
I know.
I would never take a frontal shot.
Nope.
No.
Never. Okay? So, you know the shot. You know what to do. But I'm just telling you, do not take a shot unless you're 100% confident doing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting nervous looking at these pictures because I know what I'm supposed to do. It's just like in the moment. I hope I don't get too nervous because I'm already like antsy about it.
Yeah, but you know what?
Right there.
I'm glad that you are. If you weren't, that means that you wouldn't care. I know you care, you want to do it right, so let's do it right. You got to focus, 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 and it all comes down to shot placement. Everywhere I go, I know that the Lucas products are going to keep my firearms working tip-top shape.
Hunting with an air gun has become pretty challenging for me. I really enjoy it because it's similar to archery hunting in a sense of you've got to get very close to the game you're hunting. And with that being said, you want to be as quiet as you can. And a lot of times when you're pulling the hammer back, it can be loud, or if you're hunting with a pellet, this is really loud when you load the gun. So something I like to do is add just a drop of the Lucas CLP, rub it a little bit, and it's much quieter now. You can't hear it at all. So that helps me in the field whenever I'm trying to get close to big game and make an ethical shot.
So Maddie, today's a big one. We're going after the Cape buffalo.
I'm nervous.
No, it's a large animal. I mean, shot placement is vital on those bad boys.
Yeah, they're huge, but I've got a lot of confidence in this gun. I mean, that arrow can do the trick. I just gotta focus and have good shot placement. I don't think we'll have to worry.
No, it all comes down to the shot placement. Do you know what the nickname is for Cape buffalo?
No.
It's not called the Black Death for no reason. I mean, year in and year out, PHs are getting injured by Cape buffalo, wounded Cape buffalo.
Lord knows what could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've got complete faith in you. It's not part of the dangerous fire for no reason. I mean, it's either him or you that's going to go down. He's not going to settle for anything less.
Yeah, okay. I just got to focus. Focus, focus, focus. And I'm not going to take a shot unless it's perfect.
There's no rush. We just have to wait for the perfect window of opportunity, and you just got to take him behind the shoulder. And then that's that.
The elements are always against you. If the wind isn't in your favor, you're never going to be successful. So we make sure and spray down with scent killer because it helps us have a better advantage over the animals if the wind isn't in our favor. We've got this blind in mind. They feed around there and they're always walking through, so hopefully we'll see some. All right, we just got situated in this little blind. We've got about 50 yards of a clearing in front of us, and then some brush, and then beautiful mountains in the background. It should be a good setup, right?
Yes, this blind's situated in a very good spot. Buffalo often pass through here to eat some food. There's some food here and there's water close by. When the buffalo come in, they tend to be in a big group. So when we take this shot, it's important that we get a clear shot and a clear view of the buffalo as they're going to be bunched up and moving around.
Okay, yeah. I know they're herd animals, and my dad told me one of the hardest parts of his hunt was being patient, because they'll bunch up and you just have to wait for that perfect 10 seconds of having a clear shot.
We're just going to sit tight here and hope that they come in.
Yeah, here's where patience comes into play.
I'd rather definitely hunt a buffalo out of blind where we've got enough time, we don't have to rush the shot. I mean, we can make sure we hit him straight in the vitals so we can actually see what the air rifle can do to a Cape buffalo.
All right, Maddie, they're coming in now.
They're coming in. Jesus, there's a bunch of them.
Yes, just get ready. So when they come in, you got to be still so they don't see us.
I'm gonna cock the gun now so that they don't hear me.
Okay, perfect.
Goodness, there's a ton of them. There's the bull.
Yeah, he's coming in from the back.
Look at his face compared to the rest of them. He looks old.
Yes, he's got the white on his face. That's the bull there. You can see he's got white and he's got the bosses and he's got the biggest body out of most of them over there.
I can see him, there's just too many.
Yeah, just we'll wait for the perfect window to take the shot.
That calf's in the way, I could have a clear shot, but...
Yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of younger bulls there, all females, but he stands out clear.
And it's nearly impossible to get a clear shot because the Cape buffalo herd up and they cover each other and block each other, especially if they sense danger. And I cannot make a proper shot unless I get a shot standing perfectly broadside. And there's no way I'm taking a chance on a Cape buffalo. It has to be perfect.
Ah, damn. They've run away. Something must have spooked them. I don't know what it could have been.
I think they were just over it. I think they were done, and we just couldn't get a clear shot.
Yeah, we're going to have to just come back in the morning and have a look again.
Yeah.
Fire feels good, doesn't it?
It's so warm. I think it's so cool. No matter what hunting camp you go to, there's always a fire, and even if you're across the world, it feels like home. Like, it's just comforting to me.
It's magical.
You don't eat them. All you do is cook some and watch everyone burn. Oh, blow it out. Blow. All right. Which one's mine?
I'm glad you wanted to come.
Me too. I'm glad you brought me.
I love you.
I love you too. Simon and I have hunted for Cape buffalo for days. Literally, we've spent hours in the blind, and it's nearly impossible to get a clear shot because the Cape buffalo herd up and they cover each other and block each other, especially if they sense danger. And I cannot make a proper shot unless I get a shot standing perfectly broadside, and I have not had that opportunity in 4 sits. Okay, what is this, day 4? Hunting Black Death?
We've been struggling, yeah. These things haven't been too kind to us. And the shot does present itself, you just got to take him.
Yeah, well, hopefully a shot presents itself here in the next couple hours. For now, we just have to wait.
Yeah, we just sit and wait.
Maddie, they're coming. They're coming in from earlier. They're coming in from earlier. Females are coming first. The boys are coming through now. Just get ready.
Is he in the front?
No, he's towards the back. He's coming down. Just stand still. Don't move. Don't move. Just wait. Let them settle down. Let them settle down while they're eating. Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. Do you see him there?
Yeah, there he is.
He's huge. Yes, he's towards the back. He's the one with the big black body. You can see him. He's got the nice horns. White on the face. That's him. He's coming around him.
I'm on him.
Okay. Just keep watching him. Keep watching him. He's gonna come now.
God, he's mean. Look at
Yeah.
him throwing him around.
No, this is his terrain. No one's gonna come in here.
He's hungry. Okay, okay.
Okay. Just don't move. Just, he's gonna give us a shot now. He's gonna come.
He's coming forward.
Okay.
I'm on him.
Okay. Take it. Take it.
Shot! Shot!
Oh, it's in, it's in, it's in.
Scott, shot, shot, shot.
Look at the arrow in it.
Get him, Jan.
There he goes, there he goes. God, they're tough. Just go down, go down. He's down.
Shot, Daddy.
Thank you. That
Yeah,
looks
good
like
shot.
a dead Cape buffalo to me. So I take that shot and it's a perfect hit. I hear Simon start yelling, shot, shot, shot. And apparently that's a good thing. You can see the white knock sticking out of him and they take off running. It didn't take him long to go down at all. He ran about 60 yards and he fell down right there with the whole herd. So let's go see him, he's just right there.
Let's go have a look. You grab my rifle.
Yeah, just in case. Look at how stout he is. He's huge. I guess the arrow did not exit. I saw the knock as he was running off. I've never seen one of these in person up until we came to Africa, and to just take in how beautiful and magnificent they are. They got these big floppy ears and all of their horns are unique. They've got all these little grooves in them, and the boss on this one is pretty good. You think he's a good old mature bull?
Yeah, he's a very nice buffalo bull, huh?
How old do you think he is?
Probably around seven years old, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
And this is one of the most deadly animals in all of Africa, and I can definitely see why. I mean, this is something I never thought I was gonna be able to do ever, let alone with an air rifle. Can I see that gun? And this gun, which is a 50 cal air rifle by Seneca, the Dragon Claw, has impressed me beyond words. I've had a blast here at Hunter's Hill, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a blast to hunt with you. My dad loves hunting with your dad, and for us to be able to kind of carry on that legacy, and just with the air rifle too, just like my dad did. It's been a blast.
It's been an absolute joy hunting with you. I mean, I've had a great couple of days with you. I mean, it's been about 4 days in the blind trying to get a buffalo, and I mean, just so worth it in the end.
Oh, absolutely. These things are huge, but I can't wait for us to go clean them. That's gonna be the fun part.
Yeah.
Well, let's get that started. We're gonna have to get a couple of trackers here to help us because I can't even lift his leg, and I don't think the two of us are gonna get much headway with that. And if you want more information about hunting with Hunter's Hill Safaris, go ahead and go to their website or give them a call. Their information is on the screen below. Or go to our website, highroadhunting.com, and click on the Connect with Keith and Matti tab and shoot us an email. We'd love to answer any of your questions because it is a big deal to come to Africa. It's a huge investment in time and money, and I can't think of any other outfitter to go with. All right, now that we've got this hoss of a Cape Buffalo back to camp, the real work begins, and we're gonna put the Victor knife by Diamond Blade to the real test. The reason the Diamond Blade is different than other knives is in the way it's made. There's a friction forging process, which basically it's a patented technology that Diamond Blade has, and they forge the blade, and it makes the steel so much harder than any other knife, which makes it hold its edge for a longer period of time.
When she knocks down an animal like a Cape Buffalo and she sits there and spends time with it, it tells me that not only did she love the hunt, but she respects the animal. I want to make dang sure that it's not just about killing an animal, it's about respecting the animal and respecting the hunt.
Let me tell you something a little bit about Matti. She's not like most girls. She just loves the outdoors. I mean, she loves hunting. I mean, we went down to Rocklands and she was playing soccer with the trackers' children. She's met for the first time. I mean, there's a language barrier where they cannot even communicate, but there they are, playing soccer, not speaking, but having a great time. And you know, that is just the type of person she is.
I really liked the Cape Buffalo hunt. It got my heart pounding. I've never hunted something as deadly as a Cape Buffalo before, and I'm really proud to say that I accomplished a good hunt.
Taxidermy work for the High Road Group is provided by Conroe Taxidermy, Conroe, Texas.